Good morning. This is Jim Webb. Glad that you stopped by to join us. Um, One of the things that we do with all of our clients is we talk about what happens when a lead, a prospective client, comes to your business by phone, in person, over the internet, through an email or a request to your website and that kind of thing. So one of the things that we want to find out is how that those leads are being handled. Because one thing for sure, when you assist a business in ramping up their marketing efforts or just developing a strategy that works better, it doesn't do any good if the current leads and prospects are not being handled adequately. So today we're going to talk specifically about one of those areas. We're going to talk a little bit about email. As I mentioned, one of the ways that any business gets their prospective clients is through the internet or over a website. And then at that point, you have a choice of how that you're going to reach back out to that client. I mean, you may call them. Sometimes they may not give you a phone number. If they do and they want to text, that may be a better way in this climate to do that. Email is huge. But I saw a statistic and I posted it. And I'll be honest with you, it shocked me that Yesware.com says that 70% of salespeople stop after no reply from the first email they send. So they send an email, they get no reply from the client, and they give up. 70%, it was just, I'm not for sure. I'd like to see the data from that. I would like to see what type of product maybe that was being sold. I'll look into that and report back to you. But even if it was 50%, oh wow, that's just crazy, because if that is an email that's being sent out to a lead that has replied to an ad that you had out, and they're requesting information, and so you send them an email and they don't reply and you just never get back with them again, I mean, those marketing dollars are being wasted, correct? Does that mean that the salespeople, that their confidence is not good, that they don't know what to do? Does it mean that they're lazy? Does it mean that they don't believe in their product, in the value that they provide? What does that mean? And you know, there's so many ways today that we market with email. We do email campaigns to our database. That could be our current clients. It could be people that have shown an interest in our product before. And one of the things that we try to do when I help manage an email campaign is to constantly be looking at what's working and not working. Everywhere from the subject line to the message in the email itself, the first couple of lines, how we address the client, if we're putting any links in the email, if we're putting any images or video in that email, if any of that makes any difference to the open rate, to the click-through rates, to the replies. We watch all of that. We're very, very diligent about watching that. But it doesn't matter whether it's a campaign or a follow-up. One thing we don't do is we don't give up. We get better. I would encourage you as business owners to be sure that you look at what's happening after the first email goes out. What's happening after the first attempted contact goes out to a prospective client and nothing comes back? What's happening then? What's our next step? Make sure that that step's being carried out, because it takes 6, 8, 10 attempts sometimes to reach that client. That's what the statistics say. And if we're giving up after one, wow, that's something else. That's sad. That's scary. I mean, depends on, I guess, how you want to look at it, but that's a crazy statistic. But look at that. If you're a salesperson, make sure that you are taking that consistent, persistent effort every day. But here's one thing you know: as long as you're in that 30% that does not give up, you know that your competition, that you're going to just stomp all over them. If you're one of those 70%, have a conversation with a mentor. What are you doing? Why would you justify stopping after one attempt at an email? It doesn't make any sense. Most of us, we have a family to support. We have goals we're trying to achieve. And that's not going to get us there. That type of tenacity, I guess you would say. There isn't any tenacity there. I think you would have to agree. So as we talk about email, and we have talked in the past about process, be sure you've got a process set in place on how emails, all things, whether it be email campaigns to all the different sources, or whether it be email follow-ups and how they fit into your campaign. If you need help with CRM and managing your CRM, making sure that good processes are in place and systems have been established, you reach out to me. I would be glad to talk to you about that. I appreciate your time today. All the best to you, and expect to win.